Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in to another episode of Inspired for Success. And I am your host, your corporate athlete, and the producer of fun. My name is Drew. Thank you guys again for tuning into another episode. This has been a really, really great journey, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have. Really, this has been a pretty ongoing thing for the last 10 weeks, and I really want to thank you guys for tuning in and writing in and sharing all of the comments that you guys have shared over the time, because it really does make it more enjoyable and interactive for me as we kind of dive into this. So I wanted to just welcome you guys here again. And this is the 10th episode, which means that this is the last one. And I don't want it to be, it's not my last episode of doing this. It's just the last episode of our 10 that we kind of started on several weeks back now. Kind of want to go back through those with you guys. Episode 1, we talked about unleashing your inner drive. And we discovered that it's kind of about finding that fuel for your journey, mastering that art of motivation and conquering some of those challenges that you guys that you saw, and maybe some resilience as well. Then we jumped into episode 2, which was mastering the mindset. That's a real tough piece, and diving deep into mindset and helping you guys kind of cultivate that growth and transform your journey in putting it into a perspective that gives you just a different way to think about things and kind of keep your mind aligned with your dreams. One of my favorite episodes was number 3, where we talked about crushing goals. I love goals. I still to this day do. I wanted to really unpack and give you guys some strategies to help you set some clear goals, some goals that are achievable, and goals that really drive results. Kind of break it down, some of those big dreams into smaller ones and actionable steps. Then came episode 4, which was about passion and powering through what is your true calling. And what does that navigation look like? What does that look like through that journey for you guys? Gave you guys some inspiring stories of, individuals who really turned out to be pretty successful because they were passionate about what they did. Episode 5 then took us on a journey to how to conquer our challenges and facing the adversity that is part of the success journey. Life's going to throw us curveballs. That road that we navigate on is not straight. It's very, very twisted and turned. So hopefully there were some things from that episode that allowed you guys to discover how to come back from some of the setbacks and some of the obstacles that you guys saw. Episode 6 was really on confidence and getting you guys to embrace your authentic self. And as I said in the episode, and I say it today, confidence is a secret weapon on this path. You got to have it. It's super important to have this. Gave you guys some different strategies to embrace your authentic self and to recognize and utilize your strengths and identifying your weaknesses as well. Episode 7 was talking about our networking prowess and how to really become a masterful connector. And success is certainly sweeter when you guys share it with somebody, and exploring and building relationships. I mean, we're doing it right now in this difficult time. The market is down. Times are difficult. Times are tough. This is a great opportunity to really, nurture those relationships and grow in those relationships. Episode 8, we talked about maximizing your productivity. And that is so difficult. Time management, such a difficult task for so many people. And I get it. I understand how difficult it is. But, kind of balancing between what's important and really what's not, and distinguishing and knowing some of the differentiating factors in, your time processes. So I hope that, that was really beneficial for you guys. And then last week, we talked about leadership and kind of guiding yourself with others. And it's not just about leading others, it's leading yourself and knowing how to utilize the strengths of other people and delegation. And that really is kind of taking us into where we are right now over the past, 9 episodes. And all those different topics that we explored. So today, I want to go a little bit deeper, and I want to kind of talk about what is the ultimate measure of a life that is well lived. You see, success is measured differently by everybody. Okay. Some people may even say that the legacy that you leave behind is a value and a measure of success. So that's what today's episode is about that legacy piece. It's about the legacy that you leave behind. So when you're thinking about a legacy, when you're thinking about what does that mean? What do our minds go to? Money, fame, status, material items. That's what is the success in society, right? Society measures success by all of those things. But cultivating a legacy that outlives you, I think that's more important. I think that's what we're trying to accomplish here. That means so much more to me than accumulating, trophies and popularity and all these possessions. The most important, let me change that. The most impactful piece is a lasting legacy. And that's created by how you positively shape people and communities. How did you contribute to society? What are some of the values and characteristics that you've instilled into others? And maybe people that you've mentored, lives you've touched. There's a saying that I love. It's it kind of goes I think it goes, we make a living by what we get. Make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. So true. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. So at the end of the day, how we lift up others is what creates the most meaningful legacy. So as we kind of conclude this journey of these 10 episodes, I want to kind of provide and expand on some of these different ideas and tips and thoughts for leaving not just any legacy, but I want to really leave a legacy of significance, one that's got some integrity, it's got some caring in it. It really is going to continue to carry on for generations to come. And it's really a foundation that, I want to be recognized and remembered for. When my time on earth ends, people are not going to remember, the car I drove, the clothes I wore, the square footage of my house. What they're going to remember is how I made them feel. Did I show them compassion, integrity, wisdom, patience, and just basic human decency? See, I'm constantly trying to refine my character, and I do this by practicing honesty and courage and forgiveness and humility. Somebody told me that leading with your inner beauty and in substance and morals is gonna really make a difference. Because when others experience your kindness day after day, it truly does set an example, and it inspires them to kind of want to be like you, and they strive to get better. Why don't we look at trying to be like a Nelson Mandela? What did he do? He endured decades of hardship, but he still fought, right? He still fought for the one thing that mattered to him, and that was equality. Gandhi lived modestly. He practiced what he preached. He inspired others by leading with his character. So relationships are another real key component to legacy. So no amount of money that you have or fame, success, it's you're not gonna be able to buy those meaningful bonds and connections with people. You're not gonna buy a friendship. Friendships cultivate over time, right? You don't walk up to somebody and say, "Hey, would you be my friend? I'll give you $20 a week." Some people now they may do that, but making time for loved ones and build that extended community. Support people and care about one another. Show up. I think that's a big thing. Like showing up. You don't have to say anything, but just being fully present and spending time with people. Put down your phone. Look at them in the eyes when you're talking. Listen to them. Offer empathy. Try to understand what they're saying, where they're coming from. By investing in heart-to-heart connections, you're gonna really grow a deep root for a relationship. Also, discover what your talents are, and use those talents as resources to helping others. Why not find some causes that are aligned with some of your values, and make it a regular habit to volunteer. A nice kind act of charity. How great would that be? I think that mentoring the youth today, holy cow, think about the huge impact that mentoring some of the youth today could do. That's they're sitting out there in this dark place, maybe not sure of a direction. When you freely give your time to others and have zero expectation, and you're giving not only yourself but maybe even some gifts of kindness, you're going to leave an amazing legacy that just keeps on growing. Why not try breathing some life into your local community? Be positively involved in the community that you live in. Support some small businesses, help them thrive. Get to know your neighbors, make some friends with your neighbors. Use your voice. People love when you show up, and they would rather be kind of built up than just criticized and torn down. And the way you show up every day defines the legacy that you're going to ultimately leave. This next generation, it's scary right now. The world is a scary place. Oh, sorry, that was me. Uh, Back in action here. Sorry, guys, I hit the mute button. I was saying that making a difference in today's younger generation, make that a priority. The world's a scary place right now, and it's hard for them to navigate through some of these crucial times. Pass on some of your skills, some of your knowledge, maybe give them that strength, that kick to help them succeed. you know when we're out there modeling integrity and resilience and even responsibility, it really does show that you're building a legacy. When you believe in that the youth and through mentorship or however that looks, and you give them a little bit of what you have and what you know, I mean, you have no idea the impact that you're making. And your legacy lives on through the good that they do. One of the key tips that I'd like to kind of, talk about here is continuing to grow and learn. As soon as we become complacent in what we do, it becomes the enemy. I'm reading books, I'm listening to podcasts, I'm going to training, I'm seeking out mentors. I have a mentor, I have coaches. I love to continue to fill my head with knowledge. Set goals, big thing. We talked about it earlier. Set goals to accomplish things that you've never done before. Think outside of your comfort zone. Growth and self-improvement are a really large part to enhancing your legacy over a period of time. How great would it be to document this journey too? All the ups and downs, the lessons that you've learned, the milestones that you've met. Writing allows you to kind of, reflect on this. It gives you the ability to record it as well and share that legacy. And people can kind of see that legacy and progression through the different stages of, where you're at. We're in this digital age, so, you can document this through, online blogging. You could do this through social media. I mean, this really expands your outreach to impacting, future generations, and they can learn so much from the wisdom, the experiences that you possess. So really let your vision of that legacy evolve as well. And understand that this is a lifelong process. This doesn't, again, happen overnight. Legacy building goes on. It takes time, and it's a really dynamic process because priorities, perspectives, they shift over these decades. You can't get attached. You can't get stuck to a fixed end goal. You got to allow some room for your impact to kind of take a different path, make a different shape. And as you change and as you grow, kind of be aware of what that does. What does it look like? Legacy is just not a singular destination, but it really is. It's a never-ending road of fulfillment. It's just so amazing. I'm thrilled to be doing these podcasts and these different social media things and these shows that I do, because my grandkids are their kids, and they'll be able to look back because there's a documented history of their grandfather or their great grandfather, and they can just go out to social media to see these things. I mean, that's pretty awesome. It's pretty exciting for me to think that I'll be able to share this with them for a lifetime. Patience, folks. Patience and persistence are huge legacy superpowers, shapers. I mean, You got to have some time. You got to have some patience. Legacy shaping doesn't happen quickly. It's really not even glamorous. You probably don't even know you're doing it. It's pretty small. It's tiny little actions that are repeated over time. Years, decades. So I'm saying commit to that steady generosity and add value and community. Even if or when you don't see immediate results or big results, trust the journey. Trust that staying focused day by day, year after year, you're building your legacy. You won't be disappointed in the end result. You're probably listening to all this and going, man, that's a lot, right? And you might even be wondering, well, okay, Drew, you've said all these things. Where do I start? Where's the beginning of this? So let me leave you with this. Your legacy won't be defined by trophies, status symbols. It's going to be defined by the moment or the moments where others felt your compassion, your wisdom, your courage. More for the times that your smile or your hug really lifted somebody's spirit. By having those hard conversations where you choose understanding rather than judgment. It's the laughters that you share, shoulders you cry on, dreams that you've kind of created, fears that you've calmed, even some of the goals that you've achieved together. One small act of integrity, empathy, or kindness at a time. That's a legacy that stands the test of time. Those moments will shape lives. They're going to change hearts. And that ripple effect, that continuing domino piece will outlast you long after you're gone. So I really encourage you guys. The world needs more of this. So go and be who this world needs. Share your gifts freely. Rally some people together, stand for justice, spread hope, leave fear, hate, greed, leave all that stuff by the door. There's no time for it. There's none. Lead with love. Whether it be in your heart, in your mind, lead with love. Make sure you have wisdom in your words. Strengthen your hands. Keep dreaming big and walking in that direction that calls you. But don't forget this. Your legacy is waiting. It's waiting to be crafted by you. Crafted by you through small acts of courage and care each day. Make it count. So, as we conclude, I want to thank you guys for joining me on this journey on our road to success. It has been absolutely enjoyable to bring it to you. It has been a really eye-opening experience for me And having you guys join me on this Inspired for Success broadcast, I can't thank you enough. It's been an honor to serve this community. And my hope is that through this podcast, that I'm kind of giving you the tools to kind of unlock your greatest potential and pursue your purpose. Because true success is so much more than that laundry list of accolades and achievements. It's about the person you become. It's about the person you become, right? It's also about the people you touch and that light that you kind of instill in others. That's the legacy that's worth living. And that's the legacy that's worth leaving. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, keep growing, keep giving, keep making this world a brighter, brighter place. My name is Drew. This is Inspired for Success. I'm going to be signing off for now, but I'm going to be back again next week with some more inspiration. And I'm really going to hope that I can help fuel your personal and professional goals. So until next time, everybody, believe in yourself. Take those bold steps. Step outside of your comfort zone. Continue shaping your legacy. The people you impact will carry this legacy for the rest of their lives. Thank you guys again for joining on this fabulous journey with Inspired for Success. I hope to see you guys again soon. Until next time, stay inspired and keep achieving. Take care, everybody.